Fine-tuning. Be honest with me for a second. If you look at all the amazing things that had to happen just so with our cosmos, our galaxy, our solar system, our planet, life in general, you can at least understand why so many people look at all this and say there has to be something behind all this. Some kind of intelligent mind must have planned this for us. I completely get that. I don't see that as an insult at all that they think that. Here's something that I suspect will happen. I do think one day that there will be natural explanations for all these complexities. And hey, they are extreme complexities. There are Christian scientists who can speak this language of biology, chemistry, astrophysics. They can speak it much better than I can even grasp. So again, I'm not accusing them of being like my Uncle Bubba. My Uncle Bubba is just like, hey, I don't understand it, but must be God. That's not what they're doing. But what if one day we do realize that their calculations aren't correct? There's more about reality than we understand. And then it does turn out that all of this can happen naturally. I think that some Christian organizations are going to panic because if their whole ministry is based on there's no way it can't possibly happen, here's all of our calculations, here's all of our science, can't possibly happen, put it out of your mind, it's ridiculous to even say it. Those organizations are going to panic. They're going to say it's all lies, it's Satan, whatever. They're going to do that. But other Christian organizations are going to take over and they're going to say, wow, look at all this science. Look at all this natural explanation. What an amazing reality that we live in. There must be some amazing mind behind all this that could make a reality so that it could self-organize and have this problem-solving capacity on its own. Wow, must be God. Christianity will not budge. It'll just change approaches. And actually, that kind of argument is more appealing to me than it can't possibly happen. So I'm not as convinced that when I hear a Christian scientist give me the odds and he says it can't possibly happen, I'm not as convinced yet because I'm not convinced that we know everything about reality that there is to know. Yes, we have a lot. We have the particle charts from Sean Carroll, and I know he didn't really create the particle chart, but we have a bunch of cool stuff that we do understand, but I think we don't understand all of it. I think there's more to understand. And then one day we will have more answers. I realize that is a faith-based claim. One day magical science is going to come down and explain everything naturally. I totally get that. I just think that's probably what's going to happen. I'm okay with that faith-based stance. And I say when it happens that theism isn't going to budge. It's just going to change approaches from there's no way to look how amazing that it is actually like that. Most importantly, for fine-tuning, I want to close on this thought. Fine-tuning is hot. It is fine. I think whether you're a non-believer or a believer, you should look at all the amazing things that there are out there and just be inspired. Just celebrate those. And if some people say, hey, this must mean my religion, okay. Still, we agree on the fineness, on the hotness, on the sexiness of fine-tuning. It is an amazing thing, and I think we should be appreciative of it. And we should just be grateful to be in that kind of existence. Grateful to whom? Good question. But I think we should appreciate and recognize fine-tuning as a thing, even if it doesn't push you one way or another towards a powerful mind, or even if it does, we can still appreciate just that fine-tuning is so sexy.